parallel between the Grenfell survivors and their families' fight for truth and justice. And I know that some of them are here today. And the synonymous struggle in my own city of Liverpool, that of the families of the 96 victims of the Hillsborough disaster, who we can now at long last say were unlawfully killed. The pattern is consistent. Powerless people's voices ignored by those in power. And the parallels are everywhere. Concerns raised but ignored, and after the disaster, powerless families wrestling with authority and the law for truth and justice. And I want to take this opportunity to pay tribute to the Hillsborough Justice Campaign and the Hillsborough Family Support Group for the role they've played in offering support and solidarity to the survivors and the families of Grenfell. It took them 27 years of tireless campaigning to get the truth about what happened at Hillsborough, and the fight continues for justice to this day. And that can't happen again in this situation. When bereaved families are campaigning for justice, they deserve openness, transparency, and access to the very same tools available to the powerful. And that's why we need a Hillsborough law. We need to make it a legal duty for public authorities and public servants to tell the truth. And more importantly, challenge the culture of denial which far too often pervades public institutions. The appointment of just 2 panel members to sit alongside the judge, and only in phase 2 of the Grenfell inquiry, whilst it is a welcome step forward, it is not enough. And panel members for the families must be brought into the heart of this inquiry right now. The legal representatives of bereaved families must be able to see all the evidence from the start and be allowed to question witnesses at hearings. And surely, as we've heard from my humble friend, the member for Kensington, it is time to call in the commissioners at Chelsea and Kensington Borough. In fact, in her speech, she raised many questions that I hope the Minister will give answers to, because there are too many failings right from the start of this process to give families and victims the trust and hope they need in this system. And if the Grenfell inquiry is to deliver truth and justice, then more than anything, it's the Grenfell survivors and bereaved families who must have full confidence in it. These necessary steps then might just start to build trust. And the Grenfell survivors, family and friends might not be left to climb the same long, obstacle-ridden route that the Hillsborough campaigners have had to travel, but might instead be set on a path that will lead swiftly to the truth and justice that they deserve.
Yeah.